So as a volunteer in the Peace Corps, what we miss the most is oftentimes not something specific, but just food in general. In the countries we serve, we eat a lot of different foods. So here, it's a lot of rice. And the rice is really good, like you saw when I did the rice and sauce video. But sometimes you just want to get something from the US. So today, and what might turn into being kind of something I do every now and then, we're gonna have a cooking with Colt sort of thing. We're gonna be making Alfredo sauce today with stuff we can find in the market. So let's get to it. So why Alfredo sauce? Well, it's just something. It's something that's pasta, which is easy and which is accessible. But the milk and the cheese part is a little bit difficult, as we will see. So that milk and cheese and any dairy product isn't really part of the Guinean diet. So we're gonna have to get a little bit creative here. I brought a couple things back from Concon, so let's check out the ingredients first. First off, let me say that the quality of the ingredients is very important for the quality of the Alfredo sauce you meet. So as you will see, I have sourced the finest ingredients that you can find in the market here. So first up is pasta. Now we have two types of pasta. The only reason for that is to get the quantity up. We're gonna make sure we're adding some oil. So we've got some nice peanut oil. So after that, we're gonna add some seasonings to the sauce. We've got some garlic, got some Guinean spice cubes. We've got salt. Now it's in a ketchup bottle, but still salt. Now for milk, which is kind of the base of the sauce, we have two options. But the one that I have chosen is this omela kind, because the other option is powdered milk, and that's no good. So we have 2 cans of milk. Last but not least, and probably the most important part, is the cheese. Now, again, we have found the best that Guinea can offer cheese-wise, which is la vache qui rit, which is also known as laughing cow cheese. Maybe you've heard of it. Top quality stuff here. So pasta is actually already done. It is already cooked out there. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna take a little mortar and crush some garlic with some salt and put that in and get that ready for the oil. The oil we're gonna be putting in a Marmite out on the stove. We're gonna throw the oil in and we're gonna throw the crushed garlic with the salt in until it gets fragrant, so just a couple seconds likely. After that, we're going to throw in the milk. After we put the milk in, we're gonna wait till it gets warm, then we're gonna start mixing in the cheese. After that, we'll probably add just a little bit of Italian seasoning and call it a day. We'll see how it tastes. All right, so this witch's pot, it looks like here, is called a Marmite, and they're like what we use for cooking for everything here in Guinea. So I'm gonna pour the oil in and we will get started. All right, so that's a good bit of oil, but it'll look good. We're gonna make kind of a good little sauce here, so that's okay, that's fine. So we are first gonna take the garlic. We're just taking these little guys off. The skins here. So again, using 2 cloves because I like garlic. Next we have just a little bit of this spice cube, now not a lot. This stuff's pretty salty, so we're just gonna break off a little piece like that and throw it in there. That'll just get crushed up in it. And now we have the salt. Now it's in this little ketchup container, what makes it really nice, we just do like 1 squirt, it'll be good. And we can taste it later and see how things are looking. All right, so now that we've got our garlic all crushed up, we're just gonna put it into the oil. And we hear a slight hiss, which is good. Means the oil's hot enough. We're just kind of waiting for it to get fragrant. Then we're gonna mix in the milk. We don't want that to burn, and it's pretty fragrant already, so we're just gonna go ahead and mix in the milk. So the milk comes with 2 little holes up here. We're gonna poke a hole in each one. One lets the air in, one pours the milk out. So that just makes pouring easy. We got 2 of these. Now things are looking pretty normal here. I'm just gonna give it a stir. You might be able to see that there's like a layer of oil on top. That's okay. Once we stir it in and once it heats up, it should kind of go away. It should all mix in. One thing I do want to add at this point is Italian seasoning. So we have that here. There we go. Some Italian seasoning. So this will just give it a nice little taste. I wish I had some like fresh herbs, but these are dried herbs. So we want to add it in when it's cooking so that they have time to kind of mix in. Things are smelling very, very good here. All right, things are looking good now. I'm gonna add the cheese. So we got vache qui ris right here. It has these little wedges in here. And so I'm gonna put all of these in and see how it goes. I got another one in case I need more, but we're just gonna throw all these really high quality cheese here. If you can't get vache qui ris, I guess Parmesan might do it, but you know. All right, so things are looking good. You can see the sauce is thickening. Actually, I don't even, oh, there's some cheese lumps. So it's just kind of melting. Now, the important thing here is to just not let anything burn or stick to the bottom. All right, things have progressed. You'll see that it has a nice color. We have a nice consistency. We don't see the oil kind of coming back up, which means everything's kind of combined. It is a little bit more liquidy than I would actually like here, but I think part of that's just because it's hot. These coals are actually a little hotter than I thought they were. So what I'm gonna do is take it off, let it cool a little bit. We're gonna keep the coals on so that if we need to put it back on, we can. Let's take it inside. Noodles are here. Oh, now we're gonna wait just a little bit for this to cool, and then we're gonna pour the noodles probably pour the noodles in the bowl. That's probably the easiest. I'm going to combine this. Just kind of a little bit hard to do with one hand. And look at that, it's getting nice and soupy, nice and cheesy. Looks like sauce to noodle ratio is good. Honestly, didn't measure that out or anything. Might have been a bit irresponsible, but things look very good. Now's the time for truth. It's the taste test. So just by looking at it, might be a little less viscous than I want, maybe a little bit more watery. But that was all milk, so I'm not too worried. Like, it'll taste very thick. Yeah, overall it looks good. Let me try it. Yeah, very, very nice, cheesy. Maybe a little too milky. Maybe a little too much milk. Maybe even could have done with one of those cans of milk, but still very good.
Je vais goûter.
Ah, tu dois goûter.
Moi, c'est bon.
C'est bon?
Oui.
T'aimes?
Oui.
Tu peux manger plus?
C'est bien préparé.
Merci. So that was one of my 8th grade students, and he's actually one of the top students in my class, which is really cool. He comes by to hang out every now and then, but I'm actually pretty surprised at his reaction. I think usually a Guinean would kind of, be polite and say it's good, but the fact that he kept eating tells me that maybe he actually thought it was good, which is surprising. Again, dairy, cheese, milk, like these are things Guineans eat, but they're not like a normal part of the diet. So that's kind of interesting. But good to know that things were a success, and he liked it, and I thought it was good. That's the first edition of Cooking with Colt. Hope you found that interesting. We'll definitely be making more things like that. If you can think of anything that I could try to make, let me know in the comments. Definitely like this video if you thought it was entertaining and interesting and you learned something. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like it. So, see you next week.